In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Indian ringneck parakeet. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. So stay tuned, the video is coming up right after this. Hello, welcome to my channel. So this is Rio, my Indian ringneck parakeet. Now they're also called rose ring parakeet or Indian ringneck parrot, or simply a ringneck. Now Rio here is 7 years old, and their average lifespan is between 20 and 30 years, but some have been known to live longer into their 40s or even 50 years old. And their size from head to tail is about 14 to 17 inches long, with half of it being their tail. Look at her tail. It's really long. Long and beautiful. And their average weight is between 115 grams and 140 grams. And their wingspan is really long. It's about 7 inches long, so like 14-inch wingspan when they got the both wings out at the same time. The original color of the ringnecks are green. So in the wild, you'll only see green ringnecks. And has in the pet trade, the pet breeders have bred many colors, many mutations, such as Rio is blue, such as the blues, different shades of blues. There's also gray, violet, pieds, different shades of green like olive. There's white, which is albino, and there is different shades of yellow, lutinos, and buttercup yellow, all different colors that breeders have produced, but mainly the greens are seen in the wild. Now Rio is a female ringneck, but she does have a little ring around her. I'll put her closer, hope she don't fly away, because when she has food in her mouth, see the peanut? She likes to fly away and eat it, but she's just sitting on me right now. So you can see a slight ring, it's light blue. And the males have a dark ring around their neck, like a black one, and then they have pink, like on the nape. So it's black and pink, but not all mutations you will be able to see the black ring. But usually the males will start to develop their ring at about 18 months, anywhere from 18 months to 3 years. So the males, they're mature at 3 years, where the females mature at 2 years of age. And another way you can tell the sex of your ringneck, if you want to know what the sex is when they're young, you can do a DNA test, or you can try putting them in front of a mirror, or if you have another ringneck, they will display. And the females, they put their head back and they'll do like a clucking sound like she does. And the males, they'll put their wings up, it'll look like a shape of a heart, and they will do a dance. So the males and females, they display differently. What are you going to do with that peanut? You want me to take it from you? Yeah? No? Oh, you're going to do it now? She's going to do it. There she goes. What are you doing? Are you displaying? Yeah. Listen to the clucking. Listen. Oh, it's a pretty baby. Yeah. Okay, there you go. This is what a female does. Because she's in love with me, she does this for me all the time when I talk to her. So I'm just, that's what she does. She does this every time she sees me. So look, see her back? And her head is back? And her wings are spread? That's what a female does. Thanks for showing everybody, so I hope you appreciated that. And let me know if you have a ringneck. I'm going to put a poll above here. It will just say yes or no. Just click on it and you can click either yes or no. I'm just curious to see who's watching my video and if you have a ringneck. Are you finished? Oh! Now ringnecks can be great talkers. The males can talk better than the females, but the females can talk as well. And not all ringnecks will talk. Like Rio, she doesn't talk. She did say hi many years ago, but that was the only time she actually talked. She does mimic, and she does some whistles that I've taught her, and she makes certain sounds, but she doesn't talk. So if you're looking for a talking bird, they might be good talkers if they're taught and if they want to talk, but sometimes they won't talk. So don't be disappointed if yours doesn't talk. You still have to love them no matter what. Ringnecks in general, when they're younger, they go through a stage that's called a bluffing stage, which means sometimes even overnight they can turn aggressive, or they lunge at you, or they want nothing to do with you. They bite and everything else. But that passes with adolescence as they grow into a mature bird. So don't worry if your bird is doing that. Just hang on and keep working with your bird. It'll pass. Almost all of the ringnecks do that. And actually, I want to let you know I'm feeding her almonds, not peanuts. So if you're ever going to feed your bird any peanuts, make sure they're tree nuts, and don't feed them a lot of peanuts. These are just for a treat while she's sitting with me. Actually, I got to find some more. She's looking. Hang on. Okay, now I'm going to go on. I just made a mess about how I care for Rio and what you would need for a ringneck to have a good life into your home. So Rio here has 3 cages and a travel cage. So you do need a lot of stuff for one bird. I have a lot of birds, so I have a lot of stuff, but some of them are shared amongst other birds. But you will need a lot of things for your bird. Now the main thing is her, you want that? That's a walnut. It's her main cage. Her main cage is the biggest one. It's an HQ flight cage, so it's really long. And they need a long cage because of their tail. You don't want their tail rubbing against the bars. They need room to walk around, and if they flap their wings, they're pretty long, right? Come here, sweetie. So you need a big cage. Her cage is an HQ flight cage, which is 32 inches wide by 21 inches deep. I'm not sure of the height, but it is pretty big. You can see here. And then I have a smaller cage, which I use to put her in when I change her actual big cage, because she does get aggressive when I do touch her toys, or especially her ball on the bottom of the cage. Doesn't like me touching stuff. So I put her in the cage, and that cage can be used as a travel cage as well, or if I put her outside for a short amount of time. And then she has a bigger cage, which is like a medium-sized cage, and that cage I usually put outside for her. She can go outside in the nice weather for longer periods, and I use that in my computer room where I make my videos, and on my computer she sits beside me, so she has her cage there, and it's a medium-sized cage, so it's pretty big for her to be just doing that stuff. And then lastly, what are you looking at, huh? Then lastly, I have a travel cage. It's a cage that she goes to the vet in, or if she's going to, like, say, a bird show or something. It's a small cage where she just put in there, it's got one perch, and that's all she needs to go to the vet. So if you have a bird, or you're thinking about getting a bird, always have a travel cage, because you need to bring them to the vet. You can't really bring a huge cage wherever you go. It's just too big. So you do need some different sizes of cage to move throughout the house, or bring outside, or bring to the vet. So I do cover Rio's cage in the evening, because her cage is in my living room, and the sun, you know, comes in very early in the morning, especially in the summer. So if she's starts squawking at 5 in the morning, you know, we have to sleep. So I do cover her for obviously that reason, but the best reason I cover her for is so she can get sleep. As birds need 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night, or they'll be very, very grumpy and start to bite you and won't want nothing to do with you. So they do need to be covered. I believe in covering them. And I find she's a happy bird that way. She gets good sleep, don't you? You get lots of sleep. Yes, you do. So in the morning, I change her water every day, and twice a day when needed, because she does dunk her food. And then I change her dry food. She gets pellets and some parrot mix. And then I give her vegetables and fruits and vegetables. Whatever I have in the fridge that day, she will eat. I sometimes give it to her in a bowl, or I'll just hand her, you know, pieces here and there that, you know, as I go talk to her and stuff, I'll give her a piece of broccoli, or a piece of apple, or like a snap pea, whatever I have available, she eats that. So if you're thinking of getting a parrot or have one, they really do need lots of, especially vegetables more than the fruits, but they can have fruits, but vegetables are better for them. But they can have like apple and, you know, not a lot of grapes, maybe once in a while, but berries are good for them, strawberries and blueberries and golden berries. The berries are better than the other stuff because that has more sugar in it. So inside Rio's cage, she has a variety of perches, and she has a lot of toys. A lot of there's shredding toys, and there's wood toys as well. And there's foraging toys. It's just to keep them busy. She'd have some foraging toys, especially for your parrot. And she learns how to take the food out of theirs to keep them busy, because otherwise they'll be bored just sitting in the cage, and also do is scream. And she has like a rope perch, some different wood perches, different sizes and different shapes, and then all her toys. And what I do is I put paper on the bottom of her cage to cover the grate, because she plays ball down there. She tosses that ball back and forth like she's playing, I don't know what game would be, hockey? I don't know. Anyway, she tosses the ball back and forth, and she runs really, really fast. So I really don't want her leg or toes getting stuck in the grate. And I don't take the grate out because there's a gap there, so I don't want her head to get stuck. So I do put paper, and I use plain newspaper, because otherwise if I use the ink newspaper, she'll get all dirty, like her tail will be black. And so I like to keep her clean, and that's how I keep her clean, by using just clear paper. Now Rio has 3 Playstands, but the best Playstand she likes is me. She likes to stay by me. But the cage I have, where I sit in my computer room, there's a Playstand on top of that, and she'll go up there. There is 2 bowls up there that I can put treats or food in, so she likes to go up there, but she always likes to sit with me. But the Playstands are nice to have because you can move them throughout your house. But she has one there. Are you still trying to throw your peanut around? And then she has another one that I put on top of her cage. And then she has another one that I just put throughout my house wherever I am. So I just mix and match wherever I put the stands. So if you're getting a parrot or have one, Playstands are great. You can place them beside you, and they can hang out there. And also if they have to poop, you know, they can poop there. Now Rio, she likes me the most in my family. She doesn't really like men. Like, she's kind of afraid of men. But some birds do like a certain gender. They'll either like males or females. So since I only have the one ringneck, I'm not sure how other ones can be. So sometimes you'll get a bird and the bird won't like you. They will like a different member of the family. Like I got a Senegal who I got for myself, and she doesn't like me at all. So she likes my husband. So you might, you know, end up getting a bird that won't like you at all. But you can work with that. You can work on them. There's ways to get them, you know, to trust you and like you better. But you have to do your research to read about that. All right, you love mommy the most. You want another peanut? Here we go. Not a peanut, it's a walnut. It's a little walnut. Don't fly away, we're on camera. Now the only downside to owning a ringneck, in my opinion, compared to all my other birds, is she's very loud. Very, very, very loud, and I've heard that on social media about other people that own them. They scream louder than most birds, and I can hear her outside. Like, my windows are shut and I'm outside, like way around the block walking my dogs. I can hear her. I'm thinking, oh, is there a loose ringneck somewhere? But is my bird through my house? And I live in a brick house, but I can hear her. I can hear her in my backyard, around the block, down the street. I have a schoolyard there. I can go across the schoolyard. I can still hear her. So that's the only downside, and my neighbors don't say anything yet anyways. No one did really complain. Hopefully their windows are shut and they can't hear her through the window, but I'm sure in the summer they hear her because I have my windows open and she screams, but I try to put her outside and, you know, keep her busy. But I mean, she's a bird, they will scream. And then another thing I noticed, they do have like a musty smell. I don't know, people have different noses, but to me that smell, like, especially when she's molten, I can't really go too close to her. It smells, oh, I did a poo-poo, like dusty or musty. It's not a pleasant smell, but I can smell her. Actually, I can't smell her from here. It's only when you go close, so don't put your nose right up. No, I can smell you. Ooh, Do I smell too? I probably smell too. I hope I don't smell. Anyways, yeah, so from a distance they don't smell, but when they molt, there is a smell. So if you have allergies or you don't like certain smells, you want to smell a bird first before you buy one, just to make sure that the bird is right for you. Now Rio is fully flighted, so she has learned to fly throughout my house. She can go up the stairs, down the stairs, in each room, down the hallway. She navigates really well. So I've never clipped her wings. Her wings were clipped when I got her, but she's 7 years old now, so she knows my house. She's a good flyer. So it's up to you if you want to trim your bird's flight feathers or not. But if you don't know how to do it, please search an Avian Vet that can do it for you, or a professional bird groomer. And just keep your bird safe. Don't do it yourself because you might harm your bird. But I'll do another video on wing clipping in the future. Hi, sweetie. Yes. And she flies to me too. I call her and she comes. It's a really nice feeling. So if you want that feeling, just don't clip their wings, because it's great. That's how they get around, and that's how they get exercise too, by flying. If they don't fly, you clip the bird's wings. You have to make them do exercises. You know, put your hand up and down so they flop their wings, and let them climb ropes and all kinds of stuff to keep their muscles in good shape. Now Rio loves to bathe. Her favorite bathing way is in the sink, in my kitchen sink. She loves that very much. So when I wash the dishes, I have to be careful because the water's hot. So I make sure she's in her cage at that time. And when I'm done, I let her out. She flies to my shoulder and she jumps in the water. And she loves running water. And she will bathe in her water dish. It's so small, but she'll do it. And in a pan, a water pan, any kind of water she'll bathe into. So just make sure your bird gets a bath. You can mist them. If they don't like to take a bath, you can mist them with the water, or put them in your shower and get a shower perch and mist them that way. And just be careful when you're cooking, because if there's boiling water and your bird loves water, it might jump in. I'm so terrified of that I always have my birds in their cages when I'm boiling water. And Rio has an Avian Vet. So if you have a bird or you're getting one, make sure you have an Avian Vet in your area that you can get to, because I've heard so many stories that, you know, people have a bird but they have no Avian Vet, and the bird suffers because they can't get the treatment. So make sure, what are you doing with that? Are you shaking it around? Make sure you have an Avian Vet. Rio goes to the vet, of course, when she's sick or she needs grooming, her nails done. But I normally do her nails myself now, because finally I've been able to hold her to do her nails, so I do that myself. And when you go to the vet, they'll examine your bird. They can clip the nails and the wings if you want it done. And if the beak needs any kind of trimming, they'll do the beak as well. And also the Avian Vet can do a fecal exam. The vet can do blood work. They can do all kinds of tests. They can do x-rays or anything like that. So make sure you have an Avian Vet. It's very important if you own a bird. Oh, are you going to eat that? You want to drop it in my hand? Okay. Oh, you want to go closer? Wow! Don't poop on my head. Come on. And sometimes she takes a bath in my hair, although I have no water in my hair. Where are you? Come on. I just don't want her pooping in my hair. She will jump on my head and start taking a bath in my hair. My hair will be woo, flying all over the place. Come here, sweetie. No, she's going to eat her peanut and come back. So if you want to see more of Rio, I'll put the playlist above here. You can go click on that and go have a look. And I'll put her playlist link down below in the comments. You can go check out her other videos. She has a few videos there. There we go, girl. Yay! So I want to thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, you can ask down below again in the comments. And I am on Instagram now. And I have a Facebook page. I've had that for a while, though Instagram is new to me. I'll put the link down below if you want to go there and have a look. I post different pictures and small videos. You can go check me out there. Right? What do you say? I got all my animals on Instagram. And if you want to see all my pets, I will put the link down below to my latest video, Meet My Pets, all 44 of them. So go check out that link and you'll see all my pets. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Say goodbye.